Valeh Barshadly Eyyub oglu, Azerbaijani. Valeh Barshadly Eyyub oglu, July 6, 1927 – May 15, 1999, also spelled as Valeh Barshadli, was the first Minister of Defense of Azerbaijan after restoration of its independence in 1991. Early life. Barshadli was born on July 6, 1927 in Gubadli, Azerbaijan. Throughout his early years, he completed a military school, Military Academy of Tank Forces of USSR, Military Academy of General Staff of Soviet Armed Forces, and was the youngest officer of Azerbaijani nationality to receive the rank of a general. Career in the military. Soviet Azerbaijan. In the 1970s, Barshadli was deputy commander of the 3rd Shock Army stationed in East Germany, while the first secretary of Azerbaijan SSR, Heydar Aliyev, invited Valeh Barshadli from Germany to lead the military lyceum and the naval school in Zik, just outside Baku, to increase the number of professional Azeri officers. The number of Azeri officers were to grow by 50%. Azerbaijan Republic. Barshadli has played a significant role in training Azerbaijani officers during Soviet rule and in re-establishing an Azerbaijani army. The decree to establish the Ministry of Defense of Azerbaijan was signed on September 5, 1991. Barshadli, who was a well-experienced general, was to lead the ministry. During first few days, the ministry consisted of 4 people: General Valeh Barshadli, General Arif Salahov, Colonel Telman Mediev and General Zarjayev. On October 9, 1991, the Supreme Soviet of Azerbaijan SSR passed a bill about establishment of self-defense forces to speed up the process. The first unit of the new army was formed on the basis of the 18 to 110 military unit of mechanized infantry of the 4th Army located in Shikovo, south of Baku. When the ministry was being formed, every officer had only 1 pistol. In general, Barshadli was in favor of creating a professional army on the basis of contractual relationship between the army and servicemen. He proposed to create 16,000 men brigades with numbering of and assigning a flag to each taber. In addition, he favored creation of additional raid tabers. However, his offer was rejected by the parliament and it was decided to create the army on basis of conscription. First 2 brigades were established on conscripted and volunteered servicemen. Realizing the access to international community was important, in November 1991, Barshadli made attempts to establish press service of the ministry for timely communications with the press and appointed Ramiz Melikov to lead the department. During times of disorganization, Barshadli was also proponent of creation of partisan groups to fight the enemy but never succeeded in doing so. On December 11, 1991, Barshadli was replaced by Tajeddin Mediev, and appointed the Deputy Minister of Defense and Chief of General Staff of Azerbaijani Armed Forces. During his term as Chief of Staff, Azerbaijani Army has achieved successful military victories on the Karabakh front. He also prevented the ammunition from being destroyed when the remaining Soviet army was pulling out of Azerbaijan in 1992. On September 4, 1992, Barshadli was relieved from his duties as Deputy Minister and Chief of the General Staff by a presidential decree of Abul Fazl Kb. Some allege he resigned himself under pressure from the Popular Front of Azerbaijan. In later years he worked as the rector of the Jamshid Nakhichevensky Military Lyceum and was again appointed the Deputy Minister of Defense and Chief of Staff under Heydar Aliyev, but then he resigned and returned to the Lyceum where he worked until end of his life. Death. Barshadli died on May 15, 1999. He was buried with honors on May 18, 1999 at the Avenue of the Honored Ones Cemetery. On July 6, 2007, Azerbaijani government held the 80th anniversary of Valeh Barshadli. See also Azerbaijani Army, Ministers of Defense of Azerbaijan Republic.